What's going on, Geek Corner? This is your boy, Earth Smack, the mad scientist.
And it's your boy, Boogie Blends.
And Vivo the Vibe.
Yo, this is Nerd Talk. This is what we do. The crew is back together, all three of us.
All tree.
Tres. The trio. We ain't the Holy Trinity, but we the Trinity, though.
When you said trio, that reminded me of Brooke.
Mind you, who?
Of Brooke from One Piece.
Yeah. Hey, Brooke's my boy, man.
I like Brooke.
Yeah, I bangs with Brooke. So, I was at Raleigh GalaxyCon this past weekend, right? It was like Thursday through Sunday, man, and I had a blast. Shout out to Raleigh GalaxyCon for allowing Orange Phoenix crew to show up and do press for you guys. I had a great time, and I got a couple of items too. I did get a couple of items from there. One of them you can't see. It's like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, all four turtles keyboard mat, and it's like on that's where my laptop sit on. But I went to a few panels, but the top two interesting ones. One of them was women in anime, and this was about women that created some of the most fire anime, because a lot of people don't realize a woman created Demon Slayer, and a woman created Full Metal Alchemist.
Talk about it.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't know that. They know about Sailor Moon though, but they don't know about that. But that was a very interesting panel. Actually, three. It was three, and it was like black people in cosplay, in the cosplay realm, and you know the do's and don'ts. So like if you was like another ethnicity, if you want to like portray a black character, things that you shouldn't do, things that you can do, you know, through the right parameters or whatever the case may be. And the last one was about John Jackson Miller. And John Jackson Miller was talking about Batman 1989 and how that movie single-handedly saved the comic book industry. I did not know it had that much of an impact.
Me neither. But I mean, it makes sense. That was a huge movie.
Yes, very much so. But he gave us articles, like screenshots of articles where when it was announced that Tim Burton and Michael Keaton was doing this Batman movie, like it immediately got like crapped on. Like it was like, yo, what are you doing? Like this is going to be trash, and boom, 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 boom. And they did this. It was, I forgot which movie it was. I don't know. It was Smokey and the Bandit, or it was a movie that they did a trailer for, and they did the insignia for Batman, but it never said the title. Never paid attention to it, right? But they showed the preview, and everybody went like crazy. You seen Batman signatures, and it was like, yo, we can't wait to see this movie and everything else. And then Batman was like number 15 or 20 or something like that in sales, and it jumped up to number 1 after 89 came out. Like
that's
Batman
awesome.
Batman is low key meta though. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just all around what you want from a superhero.
Yeah, you know, because Batman's first appearance was in Detective Comics, and DC Comics, the DC stands for Detective Comics. Like, some people don't know that.
Didn't know that either. Dang, you dropping gems tonight, ain't it?
Learn something new every day.
Right.
So you dropping nuggets.
But for a period though, like you remember like the Comic Authority, that little stamp they had on certain comic books back in the day?
I do.
Because apparently there was this psychologist or psychiatrist, whichever, was asking these kids, do you have comic books? And like 95% of them saying yes. And you know what conclusion he drew out of that? The reason these kids got bad behavior because they're reading comic books. They're getting influenced by comic books. That was like blanketed. It was like, this is the reason. And so they had to do the Comic Book Authority, and they couldn't have the word zombie in the comic books. They couldn't have like extreme violence in it. And so that when you got things like a bat dog and Batmite, and like that's when Batman was like very, very kiddie. But either way, I did get a book from him, and this is the same guy that wrote Star Wars: The Old Republic Volume 1. This is the same guy. And so got this book right here, which is a
Mhm.
sequel to
Yes, sir.
Batman 1989, 5 months after the movie.
How many? 5 nights after the movie?
5 months.
5 months after.
Yep, 5 months after the movie, and Clayface is the villain. And this is before Batman Returns. And this is also because there's a line of comics called Batman '89. And there's like a solo run of that where Billy D. Williams is Two Face. Like
Yeah,
they was going further with this,
I've
but
heard of that.
yeah. So I haven't cracked this book open yet because there's a lot of comic books that I want to catch up on and all that. But
I can't read comic books. You know, like I sometimes I struggle reading mangas. It just isn't the same. But I know that if I find one,
mhm.
because I did read AOT. I finished that one up. I just couldn't wait anymore. So like I get it. But I
Like
guess
me
I
and
just
Demon
haven't.
Slayer.
Yeah, yeah. You just had to know. You had to know. So I don't know, man. I wanna read more. I wanna read more of them. And like comic books, I guess you know. And another thing is, I ain't got nowhere to put them. I just be getting them on the Kindle.
Yeah, there you go,
Yeah,
right there. There
yeah,
you
on
go,
the
right there.
Kindle. It's
But
different though.
it is.
I'm looking to find a comic book that's gonna grip me.
Hmm.
And I know you giving me some recommendations, so maybe those are the ones I need to go ahead and do.
Well, I could give you two right off rip because Fantastic Four and Superman is out, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So in Fantastic Four, there's a legendary run of Fantastic Four called Jonathan. It's by Jonathan Hickman, Fantastic Four, and it really, I wouldn't say a mirror image of the movie, really, but how Reed is, how Sue is, how Johnny and Ben is, how the kids are. That's kind of like what that is, and you get to understand Reed more and why he's in some ways a dick, and why
The
what's the
way
reason
Vivo
why
giggled just now.
I mean, hey man, Reed has his reasons for being this way because he's socially awkward. Because he's typically the smartest guy in the room. You know what I mean? So, and he's a problem solver. He wants to solve everything. When I mean everything, everything. So Jonathan Hickman's run of Fantastic Four. For Superman, you can read All Star Superman, which is on the $10, which is a compact comic like about this, and that kind of like his exploits and he's actually dying and stuff like that. But either way, I was asked a question, an anime question, and I'm gonna need y'all opinions on it too because I was on the
Cool.
spot. Like you know how
Yeah.
you do the clips where content. Shout out to Life with Anime podcast because they the one who interviewed me. It said, "Watch, save, or kill."
Okay.
Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, Naruto. No matter of fact, no, the Dragon Ball entire franchise, One Piece or Naruto. Do you want to know what I said?
Yeah.
I said,
I feel like I already know what you said though.
yeah, I said, watch Dragon Ball. I'm saving One Piece. And I'm killing Naruto. And I'm like, and it took me a minute to think about that too. And I was like, yeah, it was a hard decision. It wasn't an easy decision as you think, but I just remember what I did. But what would y'all do though?
Vivo, what would you do, Vivo?
So I will say that I don't disagree with the conclusion you came to, only because Dragon Ball, the entire Dragon Ball franchise plus One Piece, has had so much of an impact, like within the anime community. How and I feel like Naruto has had impact, but not as much as One Piece and Dragon Ball Z. I mean, or Dragon Ball. I mean, when you're seeing people like floats and stuff in the Macy's Day Parade, all of that, you're seeing Dragon Ball characters and you're seeing One Piece characters. Personally, I could give. I would switch. I would get rid of Dragon Ball because I mean I was not really outside of Vegeta. Like Vegeta's my absolute favorite character. I don't care. He's my only favorite. Like my favorite character in Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z, whatever.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I would. Yeah, and Piccolo. I would get rid of Dragon Ball. I'm sorry. I like Naruto better. So
understandable.
But I don't
I'm not even mad at it.
I don't disagree with what you said though.
Yeah. What about you, Boogie?
Oh man, this is really tough, man, because all three of them are goated.
Right.
Me personally, when you say save though, what you mean by that?
Like if it was like drowning, would you save it? Basically, if it was
okay, well one of them is drowning, Loki.
Yeah.
So, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, which one is drowning?
I'm gonna catch some flack for this.
You won't, because it's a very difficult decision.
I'm gonna watch Naruto.
Okay.
I'm gonna save Dragon Ball. I'm gonna save Dragon Ball because you think about the whole Dragon Ball franchise. Remember, GT was a big flop. Super got mixed reviews. Daima,
except for the baby art.
Yeah, except for the in GT, yeah. But Daima's doing, I guess, a little bit better than Super did.
Yeah.
But like, I would love for Dragon Ball to make a crazy comeback and have some crazy animation and just like, and it's just a little bit darker, I guess. You know what I'm saying? If not so lighthearted. I would love for them to save Dragon Ball, and I'd kill One Piece.
I don't know what you could do. I don't know what else they could possibly do with Dragon Ball, with the Dragon Ball. Everybody has died at least 2 to 3 times and has come back. Like,
but that's Krillin.
Goku's a god. Like, what's the next level for that?
Well, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I don't know.
Black Frieza.
You're right. That's a good point. But there could be like, see, but that's another thing too. I really don't. I'm not interested in seeing the same characters fight Goku over and over again either. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about freeze it out.
I mean, Frieza never really like. So in theory, okay, the first fight, okay, you could say Goku won, but didn't kill him. Right. Trunks was the one who killed Frieza.
Yeah.
Then Frieza was gone for pretty much until Super, and then they had
Frieza's still alive. Is my point. Frieza's still alive and fighting people.
Yeah, I mean, he got brought back because his minions did it. His minions brought him back to life.
Yeah,
because,
bro. But this is Dragon Ball Z season 1, season 2. You know what I mean? I think it's season 2. But my guy, bro, you ain't seen Cooler come back.
No, Cooler's not canon,
which is crazy.
Yeah.
See, there you go. You can bring people around. You can do something with Dragon Ball. I mean, the power scaling is a little far now. You know, like I don't think any of them are going to be touching them, but
nope.
I don't know. Or maybe Vegeta turns completely against Goku or some shit like that.
Nope.
Yeah, I can't see that. He's already a family.
I couldn't see that either, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe there's got to be something, but I would save Dragon Ball.
He's already
done that. The thing is, it's kind of like wrestling, right? Because Frieza revealed, like, everybody had issues with this man on Namek, but Frieza never trained a day in his life, and everybody was catching phase just by him just being who he is. Didn't train, didn't fight nobody. It just, all right, I'm killing all y'all. Let me destroy this planet or whatever. Like, he was murking people, but he trained for 6 months and became on the same level as Vegeta and Goku is at Blue. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the potential that Frieza has is damn near limitless because he never had no reason to train. He said it. Like, I had no reason to train. I just trained for 6 months and hit his new form. Boom. Now he's Black Frieza. Now he reached another form. because he went off and started fighting, doing his own thing. So that leads to that, because he is the best villain in Dragon Ball. Like he's better than Cell.
I mean, he's the one who stuck around the longest.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody stuck around as long as Frieza.
And Goku brought that man back.
He wins that shit by default.
Yeah. And Goku brought that man back against Vegeta's wishes. He's like, you an idiot. Why would you do that? He like, we need help in this universe. Otherwise, this universe gonna fade away. What you want me to do, dog? What you want, Yamcha? You want Yamcha to take his place?
Nah, dog. Yamcha's a watch.
Hey, man, go. Hey, Yamcha had his bags packed, ready to go. They left that.
Yeah.
They left that.
You say, yo, it's better if you
They
just
pulled off. They pulled off.
It's better if you just man the fort.
Just hold it down. Fight.
And
Fight the
even then,
villains.
it's not a guarantee that the fort is going to be safe.
Yeah. Just sit this one out, big dog.
Hold it down. Hold it down.
That's crazy. That's wild, disrespectful.
It was. It was. He watched them leave. He literally watched them leave.
He was like, wait.
Like, what?
Did they leave? Because I have all my things.
PR at the window. Hey, they going, dog. Go play baseball.
Yeah, man. Go take a nap.
It
Go
was
play
like
baseball.
he was standing there like Millhouse in that one episode of The Simpsons when Millhouse was standing on the jungle gym and it was raining.
Yeah.
that was Yamcha.
For real.
Jagged, man. But also, Jagged, over the summer, over this weekend, there was another convention that was going on, and that was San Diego Comic-Con. And there was a lot of key things that happened. George Lucas showed up for the first time ever at San Diego Comic-Con. That was crazy. And the person that introduced him was Queen Latifah. So, which is...
That's my soror.
What? That...
Hey!
Cool. Queen.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's... Okay.
So, we got a lot of announcements, man. But I'm going to go to y'all first, man. Boogie, what's up? You all right?
Yeah, that's just the last person that I would think would introduce George Lucas. I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying, like, that was hella random, bro.
It is.
Queen Latifah.
You remember how you looked when I told you who Superman's like? Who
Oh,
Superwoman
yeah.
was?
Yeah.
That's how I looked. I'm like,
type shit. Yeah.
like what?
Huh?
So, but yeah, man. What? So, Boogie, what was your biggest takeaways from San Diego Comic-Con?
Well, real quick, I just want to say shout out to Jackie Dallas. She was at San Diego Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
She is in a new Netflix film that's number 2, I think, on TV shows right now. It's called The Hunting Wives, and she plays Jed's PR woman.
Okay.
So she was at San Diego Comic-Con. She was signing stuff over there. So shout out Jackie. But one thing that I saw at the for the San Diego Comic-Con was 2 shows that are kind of like on the same, not the same level, but like about superheroes and the dark side of it.
Mm-hmm.
But Gen V, right? Because I don't know if anybody's been watching The Boys, but when I got on The Boys,
yeah,
my guy, I was glued to the television. Yeah. So I was really rocking with The Boys. Gen V came out, and I low-key like Gen V more than I like The Boys. So after watching this last season of The Boys, I was like, I don't know. And now to see Gen V coming back and picking up where The Boys last season left off, and really seeing how they intertwine, because you've seen the Gen V cats at the end of the last season of The Boys. So to see what happens next is going to be really dope. Really dope.
In that trailer, though, I did see Starlight. She was like, yeah, I'm going to need your help. So it seems like all this stuff is intermingling. And there was one line that I paid attention to. Maybe stronger than Homelander.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't Noir in... Wait, what was his name?
Yeah, the Black Noir.
Yeah, he was in the trailer, too.
Yeah. Like, well, hold on now. Which one, though? Because, like, the first one, like, got murked. But the other one was, like, he was actually talking.
Well, maybe maybe this is just speculation. I don't know, but maybe this is like the clone from the graphic novel that's supposed to be like Homelander's clone. That's this noir.
Guess we'll find out.
I forgot about that. I forgot
Is-
about
I
that.
don't know. The main protagonist was giving me like watching the trailer. She was giving me like Jean Grey type vibes.
Tight shit. Yeah.
I was like, so are we about to see the birth of the phoenix? But in this,
And this boy's
if that's the case, then everybody's in a world of trouble.
yeah, everybody's fucked. Everybody's proper fucked.
Properly.
Yeah.
Properly.
You about to just get it. Yeah,
Go
I
ahead
mean,
and hang it up, dog. It's over for you.
I would just be like, can you just Thanos snap me now? Let's just get it over with.
Yeah.
I really would love to see if they went back after, because I know that people were talking about Noir, right, and talking about how he's not who he's supposed to be, and all that, and it's not accurate to the source material. But now that he's dead, I hope I'm not spoiling it for. I mean, we already now that y'all done had enough time to watch it now, but now that he's dead. And they got this poser in there who's, I'm sure, not going to last long.
Right.
This is their perfect opportunity to make that clone of Homelander and Black Noir.
Yeah, that could be who they're talking about, like that person that's stronger than Homelander. What was the other one?
Invincible, bro.
Oh, you talking about the game or?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Invincible versus. Yeah, Invincible versus that.
I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that.
And Battle Beast is in it. That's all I need to know.
Oh, that's your guy.
That's my boy.
That's your guy.
That is Waffle House personified. That's who he is.
Anybody can get it.
Didn't he like wake up out of being knocked out and was ready to fight all over again? Like,
yes,
knocked out. He woke up like, let's go.
Yeah. You look like you strong.
Like, bro, you just woke up, bro. You don't want breakfast? The fuck?
Like,
I thirst for blood.
Drink some water first, please.
Yeah, for real. For real. I got some Gatorade in the cooler, dog. Hydrate.
He said, "Hey, fuck that. I want to fight right now, dog."
Yeah. Don't get much more on site than that.
Soon he heard the word Ventramite, he like, Ventramites? Like, for real?
We fighting?
Show me.
Where?
Because what's the character name in Invincible? Because he gotten considerably stronger.
You talking about his brother, his half brother?
No. He was fighting alongside Nolan. He's the alien that he got experimented on. I forgot. Alan the alien. Yeah. So Alan's like, hey, hold up. Whoa. Not me. We got Viltrumites.
Yeah.
Over there yonder.
Yeah.
Where?
Go check that out.
Yeah. They was floating in space and shit. He was like, no.
His man was still fighting in space. You couldn't even hear it. He was like,
you can get it.
Oh my gosh.
That man was having the time of his life, man. I read Battle Beast #1, the comic. And so that anger or that is, insatiable hunger to fight, he considered it a curse because he comes from a planet where they were at war, but now they're at peace. But he don't want to stay there because now that they're at peace, I gotta go to quench this thirst for battle now because I cannot turn this shit off. So I gotta go fight somebody. And then he went to this ship that everybody's dead in, except for this AI. He was like, you killed my crew. So your mission is to fight somebody strong enough to kill you. He was like, yes. He said, well, considering our interests are aligned, I will try to find you the strongest opponents around. So he want to fight somebody to the point where they're strong enough to kill him.
Mhm.
and that will make him happy. But if you ain't strong enough, he gonna murk you. That's just what it is. He's like, So you said Invincible. So what was the other one though? You did tell us another one. There was another movie,
A
right?
show. It was a show.
It was a show. Okay.
Yeah. And I really want to talk to y'all about this, right? Because
Okay.
I got some really, I got some real out of pocket remarks in the group chat about it when I brought it up. But
Oh,
Avatar, the new
oh,
Avatar is
oh.
That
coming
looks
out.
cool. That looks cool.
We talking about that?
And I still gotta watch the last one.
The
Yeah.
new Avatar is dropping. And also a new Avatar, the Nickelodeon show.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Seven
yep.
Haven.
They did announce they didn't they officially release the full length trailer for it now.
Yeah, yes, they did at the Comic Con, actually,
Yep.
Yeah.
at the San Diego Comic Con. So Seven Havens with the Earthbender, Pavi.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
There was
And
somebody in one of the black nerd groups that was like put up a post and she was like, "Don't hate me all and don't judge me, but I actually don't like Avatar." When I tell you, everybody in the comments was like blasphemer.
yeah, for real, dog.
They went
Die.
in.
Oh, wait. You talking about the last Airbender, or were you talking about this Avatar?
The Last Airbender.
That's
I retract my vote. My hand raised. I retract that. Never mind. Never mind. Forget that.
You don't care?
Okay, so I did watch the first Avatar movie, right? I did like it. It was just long as shit.
Yeah.
And so when the next movie came out, I was disinterested. And so when this movie, trailer came out, I was like, I don't think I have enough time. Because in our timeline, we have watched some long ass movies. We don't watch Star Wars. We don't watch Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interstellar.
And then Interstellar. I don't think I got a mental capacity to deep dive into another deep lore like Avatar. That's what it is. It don't suck. It does not suck because it's visually stunning. Like the visuals of this is crazy.
It is
And
crazy.
And it's gonna make shit tons of money.
It better, because it costs a shit ton of money. It looked like.
It does.
Mhm.
It does.
There was a post today. I think it was a quote from Zoe Saldana, and she said that when she originally signed the deal to star in Avatar, she was 28, and it was a 5-movie deal, and then she was like, "By the time this is done, I will be 54."
Damn. She won't
That's
look 54. She won't look 54 though. I mean, she's doing that show on Amazon Prime.
Which one?
She's like a operative. Dang it, I forgot the name of it, man. I watched it too, man, and it's so good. It's so good. But she's very unapologetic in that show because she gets people, she recruits people, and they go undercover to infiltrate a terrorist organization or a major threat to the U.S. and then eventually, they'll kill them off or whatever. But yeah. So Fire and Ash is basically a continuation from the second movie. That basically what that is, because I
That's what I
noticed.
gather from it.
So I noticed like after the end of the first movie, I know there was interaction between humans and them, and
Is
in
it
the second movie,
Lioness?
yes, that's it, Lioness.
Okay.
That's it. And the second movie, when I saw the trailer, I didn't see any humans, so I was like, oh, so this must be centering on that particular species or whatever. Then branch out from there. But one day I jump on it. But as far as Avatar: The Last Airbender though, I got a cool story. So I met the original cast for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Francois Chow, the man that plays Shredder in the second movie, he's also is in the Expanse, and he's also in the Penguin. He's also one of the Asian gangsters in the Penguin. His daughter was there, and everybody was affectionately calling her Princess Shredder. So I went to like a Fallout booth. There was like 3 Fallout booths, right? There was one where you can like go through like a saloon type area, and they had like Nuka Cola and all this other stuff. And then there was this section where they had a $1,500 ray gun, like made, right? But you pay $20 into this drawing and you pull out and you scratch it off and see if you can win. But you get a free poster. So I got a Cora poster, right? And I was like, I didn't know what to do with it. So I went to the booth before I left, and I said, hey, Princess Shredder, do you like Avatar? Because her dad was in Avatar. So, and Ghost of Tsushima. She was like, yeah. I was like, and I showed her the Korra poster, right? And she was like, oh my God. I'm like, this is yours. She's like, you for real? I'm like, yeah. You can have it. So, and she dapped me up or whatever, and that was it. But
yeah, that's cool though.
But hopefully I can have her on the show at some point. Vivo, what about you? What was your takeaways?
The one I'm most excited for is Predator Badlands, as per usual, because
yes,
I'm a Predator fan. I have
you don't have enough
three
Predator
suits.
outfits.
3 suits now. Wait, the new Predator suit is gonna be here tomorrow.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
I can wait to see this one because we've been seeing it in the making, like little glimpses and pieces of it.
Well, I'm not gonna be able to fit this one. I really just wanted it for the mask, but I'll show it next week's show. But yeah, Predator Badlands, I am excited for. At first I wasn't. So I am a part of the Hunter's Lair, which is you can find it on Facebook. I joined the Hunter's Lair. It was originally a prop forum that was I think I joined it in like 2010 or 2011. And it's undergone some changes, and then it was revived recently, I want to say within the last 2 to 3 years or so. There has been a lot of discussion among diehard Predator fans about the new design of Deck, the protagonist in this. A lot of people are like really on the fence about his head design, how the dreads are. I've seen, when it was first, I want to say, I don't know if they were still shots or if it was a snippet of the trailer. It was initially released. People were like, oh, the Predator's gone woke and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, bro, it's an alien. What are you, what?
Hold on.
Right.
Going woke. Huh?
They always those types of people will always call something woke if it has any type of semblance to minorities in real life, even though this is a completely fictional character. And if I remember correctly, or my understanding is correct, Deck is actually a unblooded. So he is a Yautja that has not actually completed his first hunt. This movie is basically his first hunt so that he can become blooded. So he's technically like a juvenile predator.
Teenager?
And so I think so. Yeah. And so the theory is that his dreads will get bigger, his head will shape, will grow more into that's what people have thought. But we haven't seen the older Predators I think in one of part of the trailer, we do see an older Predator, and I think that is supposed to be I think that's his dad, or supposed to be his dad. So I think so.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And if it's any indication, like there's been multiple Predator movies that have come out. We've seen various iterations of Predator designs, everything from Predators with Adrian Brody. We saw the original style of Predator, but then we also saw the Super Predators, which were a part of the Bad Blood tribe. So basically, they were dishonorable predators, and there's a whole lore behind them. We also saw, what was the last movie? Not Prey. It was like the movie before that. That was actually pretty terrible. where the predator actually spoke in human language, and it was like ginormous and genetically modified, and it was a hot mess.
Yeah, I don't know what
It
you're talking
was.
about.
I watched that movie and I was like, I was sitting there the entire time like, this acting is terrible and this story is stupid. But
Yeah.
I digress.
Mhm.
Even with Prey, though, we saw um, the feral predator, and every predator that you've seen in these movies has a name. So from the very first movie is people refer to it as the P1 or Predator One. Um, well, that's just like that. Um, why can't I think? Why can't I remember his actual name? I
For the
can't remember.
predator or the actor?
No, the predator's name, the character's
Oh,
name.
oh, 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 oh.
I'm blanking on the name right now, but like with the second movie with Danny Glover, shorthand P2 or the City Hunter. Then we go, so on and so forth. At the end of that movie, there was a scene where there's multiple predators appear in the spaceship, and I think that Danny Glover's character is given the rifle or whatever, the handgun, by one of the tribe
Yeah.
members. Each of
Mhm.
those predators are have different names, like for example, we have the boar, we have well, no, the boar was in Predators. I'm getting them all mixed up, but every character that we've seen has a specific name.
Yeah.
But the feral predator in Prey apparently was supposed to be one of the original concept designs that wasn't used when they were making the first movie. I think it was one of the original concept designs that was come up with by, I believe, Stan Winston Studios. And so then they brought it back, and it just feeds into this idea that yes, we have predators as a species, but they are fairly diverse in how they look and appear. So I'm really interested to see Predator Badlands, just because I love predators. And I'm hoping to get at least one of the newer suits I have together. My second suit, I'm hoping to get together before that comes out in, is it September or November?
I think that's like November.
Yeah, it'll be out in the fall.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait a minute. So you haven't seen Killer or Killers yet?
No, that's actually on my watch list for this weekend.
Okay.
And I've heard everybody that I've talked to or has seen it said it's amazing. So I
very, very
just need to
amazing.
find the
And the Jungle Hunter Predator. That's what you was thinking about for people.
yes, the Jungle Hunter. Yes, that's the original one.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know why I couldn't think of it, but wait, I'm about to. I think the predators that appeared in the end of Predator 2 was the Lost Tribe.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were referred to as the Lost Tribe.
Which to me is the best one.
And they were called. So we have the Grayback, Boar, Borg, Guardian, Scout, Shaman, Snake, Stalker, Warrior, and City Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
So those were all of the ones that appeared in P2 or Predators or Predator 2 with Danny Glover.
And let me add that video game wise, one of the best beat 'em ups I ever played, which is Capcom, is Alien versus Predator. That's a great beat 'em up because you can play as a human character or two different classes of Predator.
Was that the one where you could you only play as a Predator or the human? Because I there was one game that they came out with. I think it was on PlayStation. It might have been PS2, where you could actually play as the humans, you could play as the predators, or you could play as the xenomorphs.
No,
And
I haven't played that.
It's so fun. Like it's so much fun. Like either depending upon which species you play back, it determines what your objective is. I think for humans, survive.
Yeah.
With
Live.
the xenomorphs, I want to say that you want to kill everything that is not a xenomorph, but also like multiply. And then predators, of course, you want to take out the xenomorphs, get the trophies, also take out the humans.
Yeah, of course. And I think for me, it was definitely like the 2D fighter because you had two different humans. They had two different classes or whatever, and you had two different classes of predator. One of them was basically a jungle hunter because they had like the spear and everything, but it didn't have like the shoulder blaster. And then there was the other one where a predator in a more traditional sense that you used to seeing with the full mask on, the shoulder cannons, and they had like the blades that you can add the forearm blades that you can fight off the xenomorphs with. And I was playing that sometime over the weekend, like while I was at GalaxyCon in my free time. But you had any other like announcements that you were looking at, Vito?
Another really cool movie that was the remake of War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
I feel like the last one wasn't the last one with Tom Cruise.
I was gonna say I think there was already one remake.
Yeah. So this new iteration of War of the Worlds has Ice Cube, it looks like.
Yeah.
And what's the other actor's name? I can't remember. Oh, like his name is escaping me right now, but it looks like it's gonna be good. So I will be going to see that. I mean, there were a lot of cool movie announcements. Another one was Primitive War, which I'm unclear on. I'm like, so is this part of the Jurassic Park franchise? Because like the tagline basically said this isn't a walk in the park, but then the name of the movie is Primitive War. So I'm wondering if it's actually linked to Jurassic Park or if it's just like something completely different.
Yeah.
It looks cool regardless. I'll go watch it, even though, yeah.
And let me just say, Ice Cube, man. Ice Cube is doing his thing, man. That man is trying to expand his range. And
he is.
Yeah, you're doing like a somewhat of a sci-fi horror series where aliens coming down. Because just recently, I would say maybe like a couple months ago, I rewatched Tom Cruise's War of the Worlds. Let me just say, the son that was in there, I wanted to beat his ass so many times. Like, bro, do you know what is happening right now? Do you see what's walking around? And you're like, I want to fight. What you gonna do, bro?
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
Right,
He was
Shut the fuck up.
running on foot with no gun behind tanks. Like, he was gonna
Like
punch
you
the
was gonna
legs.
do some shit. You ain't gonna do shit.
He's gonna whip
He was
the
never
legs.
gonna do shit.
I'm gonna whip his legs. That's what I'm
But
doing.
sit your ass down somewhere, bro.
Didn't he get like slurped up by one of them too?
Nah, he survived. That's the funky thing.
Yeah, no,
about
but
it.
I thought that he got slurped up, but he was saved. He got rescued.
Yeah, no, the dad did. The dad and the daughter did. They got slurped
Okay.
up. Yeah.
That
But
was
Tom
cool.
Cruise took the grenades up and threw it up there, and then he got back down. But nah. What's funny about it, yeah, the son never got slurped up. He was pause. But yeah. But yeah, he never got basically. And he
The
just showed up
thing
at the
that-
doorstep.
And
Hey
I
guys,
don't
I'm alive.
I don't remember the exact premise other than that these aliens appeared on Earth and they were like harvesting people. I think that is still the case in the newer one where they're harvesting it, but the way that they couched it is that they're here for our data.
Yes.
And so I'm trying to understand, so what do you mean data? Like, are you here to take all of our electronics, or like when you say, what do you mean data, and why and how are you harvesting us? So that's what I'm interested to find out.
Yeah. Yeah, it says completely on screen, similar to the 2018 thriller Searching. So we watch Will from a webcam POV, and we also see everything he looks at, Zoom and WhatsApp calls, text messages. So he basically like a domestic terrorist analyst type of situation.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's basically what you just said. They're there to collect data, which is a little bit different than what the movie that we seen, because they were just harvesting, and then they eventually die because they couldn't survive in our atmosphere.
And so the original War of the Worlds, that was what Alfred Hitchcock. It was originally a radio broadcast that people
H.G. Wells.
actually H.G. Wells. I'm sorry, H.G.
Yeah.
Wells that came over the radio that freaked a lot of people out back in the day. And yep, it was in the 1930s, 1938 to be specific. And so yeah, that I'm interested to see this new iteration of it for sure, especially because Ice Cube is in it.
Yeah, for sure. Basically off of his range alone. Yeah, I'm very much interested in this, and I'm definitely going to watch it. Prime Video is cooking. Twisted Metal comes back out tomorrow, by the way. The new season of Twisted Metal comes out tomorrow. For me, so there was a little bit of anime news as far as the Comic-Con is concerned. So basically it was announced, and it was through Crunchyroll, that that the streaming distributor revealed that it's planned to put an anime on the silver screen for the third Monday of every month to honor past, elevate the present, and celebrate the future of anime. And the titles will range from fan favorites and anniversaries to curated TV episodes and even previews of upcoming hot series Crunchyroll really wants to promote. Select theaters for participating in U.S. chains includes AMC, Regal, and Alamo Drafthouse will be part of the program. And to quote them, they said this is a shared experience that honored the art form, invites fans into the world of creators, and brings anime to life in a theatrical setting. So how'd y'all feel about that? Like every third Monday, you can go to the movie theater and check out some anime on the silver screen.
That'll be cool.
Need that, bro. Need that. The way that me and my wife are watching anime,
Yeah.
need that.
All right. Yeah. You just got the wife.
We've been watching a lot of anime, bro, and not for nothing. I mean, honestly, that's all we watch. We watched the Hunting Wives, which is messy, by the way, messy. Bro.
Wait, when you say messy, like drama messy, or messy like gory messy, or both?
Drama messy.
Oh,
You'd
okay.
be like, girl, what are you doing? Like it's messy. But other than that, we just strictly watch anime, and we do like to go to the movies, you know. So I mean, we got to watch Fantastic Four, we got to watch Superman, so we're a little bit backed up. But I love the idea of being able to go watch an anime movie on any Thursday.
Monday.
Monday.
Yeah, third Monday. Yeah. Also, in some comic book news, there is a big event that is coming up, and that is for DC Comics, because DC is definitely cooking for at this point. Now, there is, you know how Marvel has the Ultimate Universe. Yep. So DC has the Absolute Universe. Now, just like what we revealed like a few months back, like sometime last year, Absolute Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman. So this is the world that's created by Darkseid. Like this is the Darkseid created universe. And he's been gathering Omega energy, and he's basically becoming King Omega. But he's coming back to our universe to do the same shit. So basically, the heroes has to do something to contend with a King Omega Darkseid, and this is not a regular Darkseid. This dude, when he appears somewhere, he appears everywhere. So if he's attacking China, he's attacking U.S. at the same damn time, and that's what he's doing. So it says written by Scott Snyder, and what the heroes are doing, 32 fighters from DC enter a tournament that'll see the winner be strong enough to fight Darkseid in his new King Omega form. And the fighters range from A-listers like Superman, who is using miniature sun-powered brass knuckles. First of all, if you get
is this Mortal Kombat style? I feel like
that's what it. And I'm going there.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, so it says Wonder Woman and Supergirl to fan favorites like Swamp Thing, Zatanna, Guy Gardner, Green Lantern. Batman may not be a monster roster, as he'll be fighting adult versions of his Robins, who's since taken up his mantle in Joshua Williamson and Dan Mora's Night Fight spinoff. Now, it's called DCKO. It doesn't mean knockout. It basically means King Omega. So, basically, there is a bracket. Now, to get the heart of Darkseid, you have to fight to kill. no mercy. So that's basically what this is. It got to be the last fighter standing, and they can get that Omega energy to contend with Darkseid, so they can actually win the day. As you can see, that's Superman right there with the brass knuckles.
Oh yeah,
That's made out of the sun. So, these are some of the titles that are out here, and there's also an Absolute Evil one shot. And it basically will see the world's versions of Ra's al Ghul, Joker, and Eleanor Thawne, and other villains go at each other when they catch wind of a traitor in their midst. And the one shot will introduce 2 absolute characters that would change the course of the universe as it enters year 2. Also in year 2 is the absolute versions of Wonder Woman and Batman are actually meeting for the first time. And you would get Absolute Green Lantern as well. But so far, they did announce some characters that are going to be in like the bracket, and I'm gonna pull that up momentarily. Give me. All right, so far we got Captain Atom, we got Guy Gardner, we got Aquaman, we got Supergirl, Wonder Woman, Lobo, Swamp Thing, Cyborg, Red Hood, and Zatanna. But this is the whole entire bracket, and they're going to be fighting to the death.
Okay.
My thing is Superman got brass knuckles. That means everybody going to have a little something. Everybody going to have a little something. Now, I don't know.
What the hell does he need brass knuckles for? Anyway.
They're just being extra.
Yeah, he need brass
They
knuckles.
got to give him something, apparently.
You got to have something. Because also, remember now, Superman is weak against magic. So Superman is really got high sensibility of not killing, but some of these other heroes and villains, because heroes and villains is in this bracket, they got no qualms about killing. So
is Joker there?
Well, he's probably an Absolute Evil one shot, so he probably won't be involved. But
Okay.
Red Hood would
Deathstroke,
definitely take somebody's life. Red Hood would definitely take somebody's life.
They need to just go ahead and do a Red Hood movie and cast Jensen Ackles as Red Hood. Thanks.
Whoa. What about Batman?
Nobody cares about him. We've seen enough of him. I'm trying to see Red Hood. I'm trying to see Dean Winchester make a reappearance on the screen.
Controversial alert, man. Controversial.
Let's go, Soldier Boy.
That is wild. But you know what's funny though? A lot of people are really casting Jensen Ackles as Batman though. Him or the guy that's playing Reacher.
Alan Richardson.
Those are like the top 2 people. But a lot of people say
I think Jensen would be an awesome Batman, but I could also see them casting Richardson and then as Batman and Ackles as Red Hood or Jason Todd.
Yeah.
Because Ackles voiced Jason Todd in the one of the recent animated movie or shows.
Yeah, he did. I ain't gonna hold you on that one. And that would make total sense too. I mean, I would trust James Gunn and what he's doing with DC, especially with his success with Superman, because they already made $500 million.
And it's funny, people either loved it or they hated it. And a lot of the people that hated it weren't familiar with the comics.
Yeah. Or their Man of Steel stands. And they just don't want to get off that hill. They don't want to jump off that hill, man. It's like, I don't want to be wrong. I'm going to stand 10 toes down like Joey Swole. And, well, that's so.
Yo! Wait. Listen.
We're going to take a pause for the calls for a second. I didn't know who that cat was until 48 hours ago.
I used to follow him for a hot second. And then it was another influencer that I follow. What is her name? I can't remember her name. But she's a lifter and all her content is awesome. And she basically called him out. She called him the hell out. It was great. Because all of this all of this happened because he made like a tribute post to Hulk Hogan,
Right.
who, regardless of if he was pivotal in a lot of our lives as kids, he was still a trash human being, especially later in life. And he said some shit with his entire chest that he never took back. And so when he died, of course, people on the internet were shitting on him because he was a trash human being. Sorry, I don't mean to speak ill of the dead, but I'm just saying, sorry.
Yeah, it was.
Because and so Joey Swole went on Instagram or whatever. That's like one of his main platforms. And he posted like a tribute to Hulk Hogan, dressed up as Hulk Hogan, X, Y, and Z. And so a lot of Joey Swole has made a lot of his following based on calling out people on negative gym behaviors, and people who are bullies in the gym. And so he has a huge following.
8 million.
Hmm?
And so when people saw him posting this tribute to an admittedly trash human being, they called him out on it and they were disappointed. And so then he like supposedly released some video, basically again standing 10 toes down, and in the video he called black people colored.
Yeah.
He said colored. I was like, no, that can't be. So I went and watched the clip, and he actually said colored. I was like, bro,
like, hey, yo.
Hey, yo. Can't say that, bro. Can't say that.
And so then people, of course, went in even more. And so then apparently he did this apology video. And it was funny too, because there was like a bunch of people in the comments that were accepting the apology who the apology wasn't meant for. Yeah. I don't know why people be doing that. Like, the apology wasn't meant for you, so how are you accepting it? But anyways,
hey yo, what the fuck?
And so it felt like people were saying that it was more that he actually issued the apology because he was getting so called out. Like, it wasn't because it was like genuine. That's what I was seeing people say. And so now, like today earlier, I'm scrolling and I see a post he puts up about talking about, for all the good I've done, it's inevitable that you have to live long enough to see yourself become the villain, and I'm just so tired, I'm just done.
Yeah.
So then he started playing the victim. It was like, no, you preach accountability and people are holding you accountable. But apparently he also was saying that people were going after his girlfriend. They were going after his business partner. They like contacted his sister, which I think, people are out of line for doing that, because really he's the problem.
Yeah.
It was his problem to handle, and they need to not involve, outside sources, like, or outside people. So that was uncalled for. But still, it was like, don't spin it into like this victim mentality. Like, you supported somebody that you shouldn't have supported, or at least you should have been more thoughtful in how you posted.
This man only lost 100,000 followers, and he was like, I'm done with this. You got 8 million on TikTok and 1.1 million on X, bro. Yeah, like, what you could have done was, all right, you had that video of Hulk Hogan, right? Y'all call out on it. If you didn't respond at all, that shit probably would have blown over after 72 hours. And you kept on about your business. But nah, I'm going to double down on it.
And call black people colored.
And like, use the C and NAACP. And I was like, yo. Like,
I just honestly, when I watched that video and that word escaped his, my flabbers were gasted.
Yeah.
Because never did I ever envision, that was not on my bingo card for 2025. Joey Swole calling black people colored was not on my bingo card for 2025 for all the positivity and accountability he preaches.
Hey, listen, to shout out to the host of Grits and Eggs podcast, accountability in 5. That's what happened. That's what happened.
But you know what? Like, you had, MAGA is a thing, so apparently they were all deep in his comments, like,
It's okay. It's all
and so
right.
now people are like, he's probably gonna start making red pill content now. We'll see. Time will tell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully
Only
that's
time will
not the
tell.
case. But he's probably gonna take a much needed social media break for a minute and even make a comeback. But hopefully he has learned from the situation. Is that who is that?
That, ladies and gentlemen, is Reed Richards in the Ultimate Universe, and his name is the Maker, and he
Why does he
is
look
a
like that?
bad because he's a bad mamma jamma. He is
He
a
looks like
villain.
an enema.
That looks really cool.
No,
Yeah,
he looks like an enema. Like that's what he looks like.
He's been missing for a minute in the Ultimate Universe, but he's put a lot of things in motion. Keep in mind now, Reed is one of the smartest people in Marvel. This is Reed Richards in the Ultimate Universe as the Maker, and he's not a good guy at all. Like, at all. And so there's another series called Ultimate Endgame. And so it is the 5-issue miniseries by Denise Camp, Jonas Sharf, and other artists to see the Maker, Reed Richards, finally come out of his prison to find the heroes that cropped up in his absence. Now that he's freed, it falls to the Ultimates, Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Black Panther, my Ultimate Wolverine to gather their allies to fight for their world. During the Ultimate Marvel panel, Camp said an event has a bigger impact than most people will know on the main and Ultimate universes, and further liken it to Crisis on Infinite Earths, before Jonathan Hickman cheekily corrected him with Secret Wars. And it says, before Ultimate Endgame begins on New Year's Eve, Hickman and Marco Cicchetto's Ultimate Spider-Man will wrap after a 2-year run on Christmas Eve. The other books, such as Ultimate Black Panther and Ultimate X-Men, don't have final issues set at that time of writing. I will say, Ultimate Spider-Man is legit. It is legit.
Legitimate.
Legit. Like, Uncle Ben is alive. He is really good friends with J. Jonah Jameson and the Daily Bugle. That's what I mean. It's different tastes. So, like, if you go back to DC and go to the Absolute Universe, Absolute Batman, Bruce Wayne's dad is not alive, but his mom is alive and are good friends with Jim Gordon. And Batman drives a dump truck fitted with weapons instead of a car, and his cape can sharpen into like knives or whatever. He can like cling onto walls, all kinds of things. So, and he's like 200 pounds of all muscle. He looks like Bane, really, until you actually see Bane in the Absolute Universe, and then it's game over from that standpoint. But also there's some new comic book series coming out later on this year, and we got Planet She-Hulk, because Hulk left Sakaar in She-Hulk's hands, so she's handling some things. And also, as you know, Dr. Doom is a Sorcerer Supreme. He is essentially basically Doctor Strange, but he's gonna lose that Sorcerer Supreme moniker. And now we are looking for the new Sorcerer Supreme, and amongst those candidates are Storm, Nico, Minoru, Captain Marvel, and the succession process will begin in December. But the thing I'm excited about is this bad boy right here, Nova Centurion. And it's been a hot minute, and I've been clamoring for a Nova solo series. Super happy about that. And this one right here, Planet She-Hulk, I'm definitely going to be reading that. Like, straight out the gate. Because Sakaar is all gas, no brakes, man. But one more thing is there is a 30th anniversary. No, two more things, actually. There's a 30th anniversary, and they did like a clip, and it is the 30th anniversary of Gundam Wing. And people are speculating, is there going to be Frozen Teardrop series that's going to show up like Hiro Yui's dad, Hiro Yui being a kid, Duo's relatives, Wu Fei's relatives, because they showed the Gundams in like, basically in like cape, like I wouldn't say capes, but they're like just covered in like a shroud. Each Gundam was like covered in a shroud, and the animation looked lovely. But there's speculation about, is there going to be one? And it says the adaptation of Frozen Teardrop is probably not on the cards beyond the tiny glimpses in this video, but Gundam is preparing to move on to more anniversaries soon, like the upcoming 10th anniversary of Iron-Blooded Orphans. But it's still nice that in looking back at 30 Years of Wings influence. So hopefully you don't get flagged, but can y'all hear that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Crystal clear.
So, yeah, when I tell you,
Listen.
like when they hit us with that, we was like, oh, like, are we gonna get this?
Gundam Wing used to have me in an absolute chokehold back when it was airing on Cartoon Network. Absolute chokehold. Me and my little brother.
Really? I never
Yes.
knew that. You never said anything about that. Wow,
Yes.
that's crazy.
I was 1000% team Death Scythe, Dual Maxwell, that was Bay. Zex Marquise, aka Miliardo Peacecraft, that was also Bay. Like the Epion, yes, that was one of my favorite Gundams. The Tall Geese was one of my favorite Gundams. My little brother was like obsessed with Heavy
Yeah.
Arms.
I mean, even my boy right
The
here,
all white version. The all white version.
the all white version. Oh yeah. Okay, I used to play with him like on the Gundam games.
Yeah, my little brother, he was obsessed with Heavy Arms. He also really liked Sandrock. Was it Wu Fei was always out of like the fact that Wu Fei was like the most disliked one. Like he tried to give everybody smoke. Like you would think that Hiro was like the most standoffish one, but it was really Wu Fei.
Hey, how's Wu Fei the most hated one, man? He had a Gundam that shot flames.
No, like
Flames.
personality wise.
Oh yeah, he definitely was. He was like a woman. That like it's the way he be talking sometimes. Like he was
Chola was pretty cool, and then there was Katra Rabara Winners with Sandrock. That was a cool one too.
Yeah, he was the softest one out of everybody.
He was.
He would cry in a minute.
He
like,
would.
Stop fighting. Yeah, I was like, hey, bro, you just killed this dude over here.
That was him and Melina.
Duo was my favorite character though, straight out. He had the most
Duo.
personality, and Hero's like, hey man, relax.
He had all the jokes. All the jokes.
Yes, very much so. He told Hero to relax. Say, hey, bro, like you
so unserious about everything.
He was, and he had the most serious. He probably had the most serious Gundam out of all because he called himself the God of Death. It was like, bro, I guess you got to have a sense of humor, I guess.
The Death Scythe Hell version of the Gundam in the movie Endless Waltz.
Endless Waltz, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Loved it.
That's good stuff right there. That's good stuff.
Wait. Hold up. Speaking of which, this is what I just got for my birthday.
What? Okay. Okay.
Shout out to Howard. Thank you.
What? Okay. When you gonna put that together though? Because you got the snippet, the clips, and all that.
He wants to put it together. I think he has some too. So I'm gonna put it together. We're gonna have like a Gundam put together party.
Dope.
Fire. I like that. I got the Shining Gundam in my closet. Like I think it's HG. I forgot which grade that is, but I have that. But I also have like Wing Gundam right here, and I have Shining Gundam like already built like right there. But I really do want all of them because I got Tall Geese obviously right here. But I do want Epion. I want Ultron.
Have you seen I want one of the larger ones where you can actually like include the LEDs. Like I really want a model like that, but I know it's probably going to be hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get my hands on one. But it doesn't matter. I will pay that.
I need to know what this is. I need to know this. I'll have to research this after the show. If it got LEDs, I'm gonna need that. I need that.
I'm gonna see if I can find it.
Like run that.
I need it. I need it.
Like
I won't be able to have another day on this earth without it.
Like I've seen some really, really, really cool ones, and I'm just like, how? And I know I follow some profiles, some Instagram profiles that specialize in building them. When I come across the profiles, I will forward them to you.
There is one I did put together. I did put together a wing Gundam like some years ago. Because I was at my mom's house and I just, was grinding on it, and it took me a couple hours. I'm not even gonna hold you, because I even had like the tools like to clip it off. That way you won't have like excess plastic. So I had that and a little file, like to file it down and all that. But nobody around me builds Gundams like that or do gunpla like that. So, and that interest kind of like faded. So now I just get like the full model already put together. But now
It's
I know
like
I have a try.
Cathartic though, especially in this day and age when everything is just. I would rather do that than doom scroll on my phone, which I actually need to address at some point.
We all do. We all doom scroll.
No, listen. Why was I in the car? I had taken a break from work or whatever, and I went out to my car, and I'm like, okay, I got a 15-minute break. Why did I look up at the clock and like 25 minutes have passed? And I was like, I was supposed to be back in 10 minutes ago because I was sitting there doom scrolling and lost track of time.
Like, oops, like, my bad. I had an emergency.
Yep.
Oops.
My bad.
But one more thing we got from San Diego Comic-Con is that if you are a fan of Predator, you should be fans of Aliens, because Alien Earth is coming to FX, and it's coming very, very soon, August the 12th. And they showed, I think, like the first 10 minutes, and it showed it in front of like 7,000 people at this convention. And it says they said the episode starts in a very similar way for Alien fans. Now, they're saying that after a few twists and turns, Wendy and several other similar beings decide that they want to help investigate a mysterious and potentially lucrative crash by a Weyland-Yutani ship in the middle of the city. Now, that ship houses several creatures, including some new ones that will creep and crawl their way into your nightmares, just as they do a few soldiers near the end of the episode. Now, it says it's going to be focused more on the dramatic side, which is going to slowly build up to the horror side of it. So, to quote him, it says it's an 8-hour story this year, and each hour has to build and have its horror elements. But my feeling is it really has to work as a drama, and then all the genre elements can be built on top of that. And Alien movie is 2-hour survival story, and a television show has to be more than that. So it has to be a character journey that's thematically rich, and that you really start to worry that I might kill some of these people, and I might, per the director. And he says the thing that is really quite special, and I think you guys are going to enjoy, is that by the time you get to the 3rd or 4th episode, the things that wake you up in the middle of the night and you're thinking about the next day are just scenes between two people. And he said they're so riveting. In addition to all the thrills and scares, the drama and the character study is so phenomenal. How do you feel about the Alien Earth series? Because we never got that.
I'm gonna watch that too.
Yeah. Because I think, go ahead.
Did you see the last Alien movie?
Yes.
I still haven't seen that. Okay. All right. I have my assignment then to watch that this weekend.
That shit is gross.
As it should be.
Yeah. That shit is gross.
It is good though. I mean, it is really good. And I think this takes place before Sigourney Weaver. And Alien Earth, if the timeline's correct, is before Sigourney Weaver, because they already abandoned Earth. Because I think, but through comics, Earth was already overtaken by xenomorphs. Because it don't take long for xenomorphs to to go through the gestation period, and
Do you
whatever.
know if they're gonna also cover anything on the space jockeys or the engineers, as whatever they're called?
I don't think so. I think it's just gonna be all Earth stuff.
Dang, I want them
Um,
to expand. Like
I
they
tell
were
you what
supposed to
though,
expand them on them.
I tell you what happened though in Marvel. They did an Aliens versus Avengers, and T'Challa and the Wakandans they built like these portals so you can do planetary jumps. Unbeknownst to them, xenomorphs popped up in there and started infecting everybody. And Mr. Sinister is a geneticist. He was like, "Oh, this man invented a face hugger gun." So he was shooting face
That
huggers at people.
that is what?
Yeah.
What?
Like, wop, 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 wop.
No.
Yes.
Sometimes you got to get it like that.
And he can clone himself. So he had like several Sinisters with facehugger guns, like infecting people. Because because as a facehugger infects you, it basically takes like some of your property. So imagine what it could do like with mutants or whatever the case may be. And he even put a facehugger on himself because he wanted to go through evolution. But as far as the engineers is concerned, the engineers is like, we fucked up. Let's wipe everything, xenomorphs included, because that is our mistake. So let's just blow these planets up. And it was like blowing planets up left and right until they got to a planet where Black Panther and the Wakandans was there. And T'Challa looks up, shoot that bitch down.
As he
Shot
should.
it down. And then the engineer comes out the ship and T'Challa got this machete, takes the head. Done. It wasn't even no fight. It was done deal.
Have y'all seen the custom PC builds that include face huggers?
I don't want that in my house.
It's so cool though. I'm about to share. Well, let me share. I want to share the screen so you can see. If I see it, you have to see it. Wait, how do I do this?
Huggers. I can allow it. I think you can allow it. I can see it.
Oh, I got it. Wait,
Got it?
I think. Yes. Share screen.
See this boogie, she's trying to traumatize us.
Hey, bro, ain't
Before we-
too much that could shock me anymore, big dog.
You seen a new Alien movie though, right? Didn't you?
Nah, I'm not a big fan of Alien or Predator.
Oh, there he goes.
You see it? You got this one, but then you have this one.
Yeah,
That's really neat.
that's gonna be a no for me, dog.
That's neat.
That's gonna be a no for me, dog. I don't need that. I don't need them kind of nightmares.
I have a plush chest burster on my bed, and I have a plush face hugger somewhere. I think it's in my bed too, somewhere.
Does it say free hugs on it?
It should.
Yeah. Put his hands out like free hugs. Yo, there is a scene in that new Alien movie where there's a bunch of face huggers in one room and they got to walk through it. Yeah. But you get to learn what they react to and what they don't react to. You learn about that. And they respond to sound because they can't see. So if you walking in silence, you can just walk right by them. But if you like knock some shit over, they were like, "Oh, face," and
Face.
No, the fact that they're able to like actually pinpoint your face, like immediately, is kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's true. And you can't just cut them up because they got acid. So. And I also learned you can't if they just get on your face, you can't just pull it off either because it'll kill you.
Because
instantly.
they have those.
Yeah, it wasn't even the claws. It's something that the android explains that it'll kill you either way. So you're done here.
You're done here.
Yeah. But in the comics, there's a machine that can take the egg out without killing you. So we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. But I am gonna watch Alien Earth though. I'm gonna watch that for sure.
I just wanted to mention, I just wanted to mention that one other thing that they had at the Comic-Con was the new Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie, which is actually going to be directed by Blumhouse Studios.
Oh, that means it's gonna be gory.
Yeah. So I haven't seen the first one just because it was I think it was rated PG-13, and I forgot the director's name, but it wasn't Blumhouse. At the time that the first one came out was also around the time that Netflix had, what was it? Was it Willy's Wonderland with Nick Cage?
Yeah.
And people said that that one was actually better than the first Five Nights at Freddy's. And so the second one, though, now that it's being directed by Blumhouse, or I'm invested in watching it, and I think I want to build one of those as a cosplay. I've seen them before at cons, and they're so cool. They are so cool.
So before you do that, you need at least 5 Predator outfits. You're at 3 right now.
Yeah, get the weight up.
Yeah, see, there you go. See, get your weight up.
Get your
You
weight
only
up.
got 3. You need 5. You need 5 of them.
You ain't got
Different
enough.
classes. Nope. We ain't those type of friends, Vivo.
No, we
those
not.
type of friends.
We not. We're gonna push you to the peak.
Yep. You need
Need
you
5.
need classes. You need classes of Yauchi. That's what you need. Yeah.
That's so much money.
Yeah. That small
Hey,
thing to
man.
a giant.
Yeah, small thing to a giant. You called it.
Mhm. Just saying, man. Hey, we trying to get like you. We trying to get on your level. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
We living vicariously through you.
that's how we do it, man.
Okay.
And on that note, man, that our show for today, ladies and gentlemen, man. We will be back next week with some more anime content because the anime of choice that we're going to be covering is Bullet, which is on Hulu. And anxious to know what we think about that. And, you know, obviously there's some other anime too to cover. But Bullet, for sure, is coming. So you got anything else for the listeners out there, Boogie Blends?
Watch that Stink Star. You know what I mean? What?
I'm going to
What?
to find a different name.
What? It's Stink Star. I thought that was universal.
I mean, the last show, it was Balloon Knot. Now it's Stink Star.
Yeah. Hey,
Yo.
you know what I mean?